Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bradley Kravitz from Ryma Technology Solutions. I'd like to thank you all for attending the Product Management View webinar series today. We'd like to also thank our sponsors for today's webinar, Ryma Technology Solutions and ReadyTalk Web Hosting. Today's topic is Making Blue Ocean Strategy Work for You, presented by Dick Lee and Blake Bogrett from Value Innovations, Inc. Val Workman, who normally moderates the webinar series, was not able to make it today, so I'll be moderating. I'll be tracking the questions that are posted during the webinar in the chat window and on Twitter, so please use the hashtag PMV for any questions or comments that you would like to post in Twitter. We will also have a question and answer session in the last 15 minutes of the session, and we'll try to get all the questions to all the questions that have been posted. The recording of the session and slide deck and Twitter conversation will be posted on our newly released Grandview Community website, and for those in attendance, you will receive an email with the links to download and view this content. There will also be a quick survey that will come up after the webinar, and if you could please provide your feedback on the session, it would be helpful in improving our weekly sessions and would be greatly appreciated. With all that said, let's get the ball rolling, and Dick and Blake, the floor is yours.
Bradley, thank you very much. Good evening to those of you in Europe. We can recognize some of the names, and we can see that we've got some folks from Belgium and Poland. Good evening, and thank you for attending. This is Dick Lee, and with me, Blake Bogrett. Blake is going to be moving the slides forward. All I have to do is the talking. I've got the easy job to do. Our subject today is making Blue Ocean Strategy work for you, and I suspect we've got a variety of people in the audience, some people who've never heard of Blue Ocean Strategy, and other people who've read the book and are trying to implement what Blue Ocean Strategy espouses. So we go to the first slide. Our goals for today are, the first, to give you a sense of the value innovation process, and I'm going to come back to that in four or five slides, and some of the tools that enable the value innovation process, and show you how, by using this value innovation process and tools, you will be able to generate blue ocean opportunities. Now, we're going to be talking, or I'm going to be talking for about 45 minutes. It's not possible to get into all the details of Blue Ocean Strategy and what makes it work, but our goal is to, in fact, get you to the point that you understand where this is going and you want to learn more about it. Our agenda for today is to talk a little bit about Blue Ocean Strategy, the book, to define the value innovation process and what value innovation means, to take a quick look at a value chain, and if that's not making sense why we're going to be talking about value chains, it should become apparent very quickly. To take a look at value curves with metrics, we're going to take a look at one value innovation company, Samsung, and we chose Samsung deliberately. It's not in North America, it's not in Europe, and it's out there in South Korea. So hopefully we won't alienate too many people by talking about Samsung. Then finally, learnings, and then to the wrap-up. So the Blue Ocean Strategy. This book was published by Kim and Renee Mauborgne. They are professors at INSEAD in France. It was published by Harvard Business Press in 2005, March of 2005, in fact. And the thesis of the book is that all companies are in competition in a particular marketplace. Blood is spilt, the blood of these companies, and therefore that the oceans that they're swimming in run red with that blood. And their solution is render the competition irrelevant and create a blue ocean. Really quite dramatic when you read it the first time and you say this is virtually impossible to do. I'm not sure I understand this. Key point about the book is that over 2 million copies have been sold, which is an incredible number for a business book. In fact, I think somebody shared with us that the Settlement Cookbook, which has been published for the last 60-odd years, I think. During that 60 years, they've only printed 1.25 million books, so it'll give you some sense of what a phenomenal success story this book has been. It's the fastest-selling book in the history of Harvard Business School Press, and it's now available in 41 languages. This beautiful building you look at back in front is just outside the INSEAD campus in Fontainebleau, France. It was opened in 2007. And it is devoted entirely to Blue Ocean Strategy research. They've gone global. This is on the campus in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. It's the BOS Regional Center, and it's serving a number of countries around the Pacific Rim. And you'll notice Canada is up